fine. I was focused. Then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. We are back with Doki Literature Club. Last episode, it hurt, man. It hurt. So yeah, Yuri is gone. Definitely. But yeah, there's nothing we can do. She's just gone. I mean, look at this. She's just not there. Ooh, I don't even. Bro, this game has affected me so goddamn bad. But the story continues without her, I guess. And we're choosing poem words, and we are still gonna try and impress Yuri. So yeah, I will be doing a playthrough of all the characters like Natsuki, Monica, Sayuri. Maybe we can save her. Hopefully we can. But yeah, right now Yuri is my favorite. Absolutely love the girl. She just needs to stay alive, and I'll give this game a 10 out of 10. But yeah, like, subscribe if you want to see more, and yeah, let's get to today's video. Okay, so we're choosing words. Massacre. No, I know she'll love that. Massacre. Stat. Climax. Graveyard. Obviously she likes that. Shopping cheeks. Oh, okay. And I kind of also wanna, you know, maybe make Natsuki, you know, but we only cater for Yuri, so Spies, Invano, Rank, okay, Explode, oh shit, Fluffy, Clumsy, oh shit, Awful, Frightening, Philosophy, Uncontrollable, Tragedy, Cry, Unrestrained, Special. Fuck, you're going on like a roll there. I don't know what that word was, but okay. Smile. Skipping. What the actual what? That looked like Sayuri. I'm what the okay. Hi again, Slip. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Slip. I still love you. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? This game is kind of freaking me out. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. You're not gonna, you know, act out again, are you? But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. You kinda blocking the screen there, girl. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in a room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Slip. You'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So if it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No. It's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you to get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of her book. Cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused. Then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Is her eye like floating a idiot? I wanted to reread some of it. Is your eye okay now? Not so smash. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and a relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front of the cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, That might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm not really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? And hot. I like a girl with a bit of darkness to her. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Slip? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Oh shit. That fucking scared me. Okay. That gave me hope. Then am I rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing for my thoughts, I saw something about body. She said my body. Nah, this game is nah, this game is fucking nah. Bro, I don't want this to be a horror game. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's really I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? Oh, this game is gonna give me nightmares, isn't it? It's this is a fucking horror game, isn't it? Yes, I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just baiting. I saw that. I fucking saw that. I was just baiting in the feeling of something, and I know it's gonna be some fucking strange ass bullshit thing. I wanted this to be a nice romantic novel, and I'm not. Oh, for fuck's sakes! I don't want this to be a horror game. My hands are just shaking. Holy fuck! I might shit myself. Who knows? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way. So instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Yeah. Yuri, okay, at least they never fuck up this image, thank you. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right hand, with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting. It's as if I can feel her warmth of her face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Let's turn the page. Ah, sorry, I thought you were meaning like, are you ready? I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, we just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own valuation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it under her thumb. Ah! What the? Okay, that was fucking cringe. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Ah, that's what you're talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. It's called love, baby girl. It's called love. Wouldn't fall for a hunk like me, come on. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Don't push yourself, baby girl. Relax, relax if you wanna relax. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. She can't handle my Myra's. I was about to say swagger, but that's so like 2000 and something. 2009. What on earth was that about? Sir? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that she didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes. It's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If it cries, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem. I wanted to know. I'm putting in effort. Hey, Slip. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Obviously, I'm scared of girls. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Slip. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to pass soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. Great job, Slip. I was going in my head when I was reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. You did. You fucking did. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Haha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing. Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that she's probably in a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must really start from social interaction, so I don't blame her from coming on this little strongly. Like earlier, I think she gets too stimulated and ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Oh, really? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. So I'm pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to be confident. Sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Oh, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. We read this, didn't we? Closing some... but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they oh no, wait, this is a different poem. Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crickle. Closing in on me, the air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He is right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. What do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. For some reason, I thought her eyes were like freaking splitting like that. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, it's just gonna get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. To next. Let me open the blinds, guys. It's a bit dark. Can't see my boxes. That's good. Do not want anybody to see my boxes. Yuri. Oh, Yuri reads the poem. I notice her eyes light. Exceptional. What was that? Huh? Did I say that out aloud? Yuri covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. What? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her chain of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. NATSUKI can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to NATSUKI. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath. I read this. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? It's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, so... Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than a simple story, or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in a last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn. Putting it that way, I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, sir. Me too. There's only one person left. Come on. Yuri isn't there. Yuri is kind of freaking me out with the eye going freaking west for some reason. Why is it so hard to boil water from my straw? What should my who should I show? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys... yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read and it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the only nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, and they made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. But it's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in a notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and NATSUKI. They gingerly exchange sheet of paper, sharing their respective poems. Here we go. I think this is where the beef happens. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows frown in frustration, while Yuri smiled sadly. What's this language? Did he say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Sub did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Slip liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous Slip appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Slip started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out of your own insecurities on others like that. You already act as young as you look. Okay. Bro, what the fuck? Yeah, looks like you wanna... Dodgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone with a mental age to come. Just saying proves my point. Most people want to get over themselves, graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think your counterbalance toxic personality is just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with you? Wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let's hear everything you really think. I'm sure you'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as she just noticed I was standing there. Sir, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Fuck. What the fuck? Wait! Oh fuck, there's so much pressure. What the Hi, Monica. Hey, Monica. Hey, sir. Why don't we step outside for a bit? Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway. Hold on. What the fuck just happened? Why is it so silent? This is fucking freaking me out. If this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. Dude, this game is fucking insane. Holy shit. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Did Yuri hit her? She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, looks like they're done. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. She's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Sir? Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. But she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. She wants to tell me something, doesn't she? Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Slip. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. No, okay. No, this game is fucking around way too much. Oh, fuck. I have a feeling Yuri slapped her. Shit. Did I do that? What the fuck? Read. Broken. Fine. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Gotten a little bit more comfortable these past few days. Okay, I'm gonna end it off here. Holy fucking shit. Everything is just so different. Fuck. Like... Nah. Is that a photo of Sayuri in the... No. Dude, what the fuck? This game is so unhinged. Holy fucking shit. Was that there all the time? Was that cupboard always open? Okay. Holy fucking shit. This game is scary, but also kind of fun at the same fucking time. And yo, I'm enjoying it. I'm scared. I'm confused. I don't want anything I don't want anything happening to Natsuki. I don't want anything happening to Yuri. I don't want anything happening to Monica. Sayuri, she's gone. She's done and dusted. Okay, but those three, I just don't want anyone else to die. So yeah. With that being said, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Hope you guys are eating. I hope you guys are drinking water. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye. Yeah.